Baristas, you aren't safe. Don't believe me? Well, they can and they will take your jobs. But there is something you can do about it, so let's check it out. AI is effectively just automation at a high level, doing the things that need to get done that maybe we don't want to get done, and anything that can get done more effectively without human assistance is going to be a lot more cost effective in the long run. And you might be thinking, well, they need me to serve coffees. You know, AI robot can't make coffee as well as me, and I'm very important. Well, maybe it can't replace every barista, but it can replace a lot of baristas, and I'll tell you which ones it can replace. If we divide all the baristas into 3 types of baristas, there's your home baristas, they're sort of separate. Then you've got your commercial baristas, and I would go as far as to separate them into 2 groups. There's the average run-of-the-mill 99% Starbucks barista that just is there to press the buttons, make some money, put things in cups, not really caring about what they do. They're there to just follow simple instructions and meaningless tasks and not really care or put any passion into making the best beverage you can, just literally getting paid is what the main thing. And that's pretty much the same case for pretty much every other franchise barista out there. And then you have the guys like in my team that work on specialty equipment with specialty coffee. They're specialty coffee baristas, they're barista ninjas, they're bar ninjas, and they are going to be able to always be of value because they're going to make sure that your coffee tastes just exceptional. They're going to understand why coffee tastes so good, certain things, why certain people enjoy certain types of coffees and other people who like certain flavors won't like these sorts of coffees. They're going to understand about the origins and the history and the equipment and how to manipulate the equipment to just get that little bit more out, or how to sort of communicate with the customer to draw out of them what their perfect desired cup is. Those guys, they will not be replaced by AI. Back when I started the coffee in '99, we were making coffee that was similar to the way that we make coffee now, with this exceptional sweetness and richness and all different flavors in there. However, we didn't know what we were doing exactly. We sort of were more in the art phase than the science phase. There was a little bit of technology, but not a lot. But in the 2010s and in the last 10, 15 years, there has been so much technology driving coffee that we've understood the science behind it. Now we understand why coffee tastes a certain way when we do certain things. And even though it's still in its infancy, we understand a lot more now than we did 20 plus years ago. And since we are going so deep into the science and the technology of coffee, well, AI is much better at understanding that and computing large amounts of data really quickly than we are. And that's where they're going to have their advantage. We're already seeing AI in coffee machines. La Marzocco in 2019 released their AI shot selector, which was a 20,000 plus data-driven AI that allowed you to run your shot and compare it against 20,000 of the best shots, the most perfect God shots that are out there, and then adjust the variables like the flow and the pressure, the temperature and the speed of everything to make sure that your coffee, no matter how it was prepared, still flows as close to that 20,000 of those God shots. So if you hadn't tamped it hard enough or your grind was a little bit fine, even if you've messed up your puck preparation, you've got a bit of channeling, maybe the grind's a little bit too fine, it will adjust on the fly as you go compared to all of those to make the best extraction. And that was 5 years ago. Then we saw robot arms like the Maker Shaker doing latte art designs, and we were like, wow, look at that arm making latte art designs. And that's just one arm. Imagine having a 5-armed robot behind your coffee machine, taking all the orders, doing everything simultaneously and pumping out 40 coffees in a minute. Well, that'd be impressive. Then last month, I saw the first ever AI coffee kiosk, which is a fully automated, just drop it off the back of a truck, plonk it into an area like a expo, some sort of convention center, and you just walk up, you select what you want, latte, cappuccino, flat white, oat milk, soy, any type of coffee that you have there, sugars, whatever you need, and then you can watch through the little window a robot going, opening up, moving everything around. It's like a robot operated box with a monster claw, like those claw machines, except you always win. Well, I mean, if you can call it winning, drinking that crappy coffee, but you're always going to get your coffee no matter what. These cafe kiosks are no threat to cafes just yet because they're a little bit slow. In fact, when I was watching the video of the robot making the coffee, I was thinking, is my coffee ready yet? Is my coffee ready yet? And I can just hear the robot going, not making instant coffee. Well, yes, you're very slow at making coffee. So I don't think they're a threat yet, but they will be soon. And once they are making these coffee machines like Frankie, a Swiss coffee machine manufacturer that just won an innovation award last year, they have created a all-in-one coffee machine, basically, that even a monkey can make really good coffee now. You just press the button, what you want, cappuccino, the hopper's there, it grinds the coffee, extracts the coffee straight into the cup. Then you have your milk that you just plonk in here, press the button, it steams it exactly the way you want it, and then yeah, you can put it together. But just take that one step further where the entire machine does everything and delivers you super quick a really good tasting coffee. That is going to be the end of all those generic basic franchise cafe baristas out there. They are not going to need 5 people to do what one machine can do. Coffee machine might be double or triple the price of a regular coffee machine. However, when you take out the fact that you won't need as much space to operate, you won't need as many baristas to operate, you're going to have a higher reduction of your costs and your wastage. Then franchise cafes are going to be looking at models which are, you literally walk up and whilst you're there, you get your coffee and you go. In fact, there's a franchise in Australia called Girafas that have already come out and said they are no longer making sit-down cafes or any of the traditional type cafes anymore. They're only going to make drive-through cafes. And they have made a roaring success out of people just rocking up, getting their coffee and driving on. And in America, there is plenty of drive-through cafes out there. So this is not a new concept. The only thing is that it's still being made a lot by humans. It's still a little bit slow. It's not as super convenient as it could be. And I think with the automation of AI, you could have a situation where you drive in, it reads your number plate, knows all your orders, and you get a screen saying, confirm these orders, press the app, and by the time you get to the pay window, all your orders are already there and you just drive on. So yes, I do believe AI is coming for your jobs. There's one thing I think you could do to protect yourself if you're a barista and you want to stay as a barista, and that is, if you're a Starbucks barista, you better crazy quick upskill because you are not going to survive long term if you stay just in that situation of just being a numbers barista, just doing what you're told without any thought or comprehension. In the future, there'll be a separation between the human-made coffee and the AI-made coffee, and that will be where your value lies. 50% of people already say they would choose convenience over anything else when it comes to buying their coffee. So half the people who are drinking coffee will say they will choose convenience over taste, customer service. If convenience is the number one thing, so that means they get it fast, they get it quick, they get it easy, then they're going to choose that cafe over another cafe. So you've got 50% left of the people to actually appreciate what you do. There will always be a market for human crafted things. So if you want a barista career, you should start learning all things about the coffee origins, about the countries, about the different regions, about how flavors can change from stone fruits to citrus to chocolates. Start understanding the science about what makes coffee taste a certain way, why people drink coffee because they want certain flavors. Get rid of your bad customer service attitude because that'll be the first thing to go. There will be no forgiveness for bad customer service. Not when you've got your friendly AI bots over here who are super polite and give great customer service and maybe even a bit of counseling and become your confidant. I mean, who doesn't want to have a coffee and a conversation with Scarlett Johansson? That would be awesome.
Last week, my feelings were hurt by something you said before, that I don't know what it's like to lose something, and I found myself...
I'm sorry I said that.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
The baristas that will make it will be the ones that lean in to the things that make them uniquely human, that other humans can relate to and that want to engage with. So if you want to keep your jobs, make sure you have better customer service, better coffee knowledge and skills, better latte art, and as always, enjoy your brew. I'm Ride Jevons. See you later.